Do you remember where we were?
You know what? It's been about a week. Tell me the tale.
Kind of. But remind me a little?
Okay. So the secret of Monkey Island was in a
Yeah.
safe at
So
the voodoo
again,
shop,
a quick
and I
while
was
they're talking
looking
over
for the
this, a
5
heads up.
golden keys that
Again,
would
so we
open
are
it.
actually
I
still in the
had
middle of
4
part
the
4
5,
because it
and
is
I wasn't
so
sure where
long
LeChuck
compared
or
to the other
Captain
parts.
Madison were, but I
The
was
longest
sure they
part
were up to
4
something.
in the series' history,
Wally,
right?
the cartographer,
Assume.
had gone missing. I had
longest
accidentally
secret.
become queen of
And
Bermuda.
this
There
is,
was a
and we
lot
have been
to think
trying our
about,
best to find
but I
all the
was
golden
keeping my
keys,
to-do list
and
up
we've so
to date,
far
and the
acquired
main
3
thing
of the
was
5.
finding those golden keys.
Now we're on Terror Island, of which the next big MacGuffin will be hopefully found. And
it stinks to high
Heaven.
Oh.
You know, that's something
what's
that I got out.
That's
Huh?
a sign.
Oh,
What's the sign
Death
say?
waits for all who enter. I'd turn back if I were ye. That's encouraging.
and straight
That's
to
a
the
one
point.
way of doing it.
Rest in pieces.
Haha.
yeah.
Let's
But yeah,
go
well, I was
check
just
out
saying.
inside.
But I was just saying about the whole like stinks to high heaven. I don't remember if I did show you it before MB, but sooner or later I really should show you the green screen show because it's a really fun show.
Okie dokie.
Oh, for sure.
Pretty much just, it's Whose Lines It Anyway, but under a green screen.
This
So they
place
get a
gives
bunch
me
of
that
animators
lonely
from like
feeling.
Disney, Rooster
rather
Teeth,
keep
Yeah.
moving along.
Robot Chicken is the other one.
The heart is
I'm
broken.
sure I'm a more skilled
Oh,
survivalist.
no.
than
Now
him.
it's
I'll do
just
it.
an
I'll
actual
keep
heart.
telling myself that.
Oh.
But look at
Like,
you.
that's,
Kinda.
like, that's,
the
the
golden
one, like, that's
keys.
kind of like the one
That
thing that
keys is a
people
good
tend to
key,
forget
right?
about hearts is that, like, actual human hearts, or parts of any living being, is like, well, okay, to be more specifically, the cartoony heart that we always see is technically supposed to be 2 hearts combined.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
My lord, what the heck is happening on this island? Like, this is the part where, like, I suddenly have to remind myself, like, okay, so suddenly we're just in a, like, Resident Evil, like mutant pit
Ugh.
now.
Looks
I
like you had
mean,
the
nobody
wrong
said
person
that
watching
the
his
Monkey
map.
Island series
What
was
really bothers me is,
not
why do
PG-13.
these pirates look familiar?
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to know what happened here.
Am
They're
I
fine
allowed
as long
to,
as I
like,
don't lose my wits
pet the
and
island?
keep my head.
Or is that too much?
Looks like another green.
Why would you
come
pet
on?
the
whole island?
Yeah.
I would say
This
let's
place gives
not
me the
do
creeps.
that. I don't like the fact that this tree has branches that look like fingers.
Listen,
like
I
an
can
old
think of
oil
other
lamp with a little
locations
lamp
that would be
fuel
much
inside.
more safer to pet, like a literal land that's resting atop a flying whale.
Maybe the
Wow.
island
I do-
feels like it doesn't get enough love, so you pet the island and
I
maybe
just-
it stops being his terror.
I'm
do
just
dig,
saying.
though,
I'm
this-
just saying
yeah.
it be like petting a monster is one thing. Petting an entire island, I don't think is going to yield the same result you're hoping it will.
And besides, assuming you're petting it, what if it's the type of thing that's that doesn't take kindly to warm and fuzzy feelings?
Well, then I would
Or if it
ask
hurts you
the
while you pet it.
island. I would ask the island if it's okay.
I do actually really dig though the look and idea of this place. Like, it's
is
like this
really
like
cool.
actual like stain on reality that just like this whole place is like.
It's like a
obsessed
pop
Away from the
zit.
creepy place.
right?
Oh,
So
but
I'm
I
gonna
want
ta-
to
I'm-
pet it. It's fine.
So I'm gonna do this.
You'd pet a pop zit?
That's probably ill-advised. You'll catch something. So I'm going to do this ahead of time to save us some backtracking and time. We're eventually going to need a lamp to look and find stuff underwater, and they mentioned that our old friend Flambe here can be used as a light while underwater because demon fire cannot be
Alright.
Sure you won't mind
extinguished.
if I borrow some demon fire.
Makes you wonder how he's able to do it. Like, did he have a match on hand or something?
I don't know. Well, no, the fact his whole head is the light.
I mean,
Right,
fair, but how
but
was he able to
again,
get that
isn't
light into the lamp?
Oh, I like they do. He just kind of held it close and okay, done.
He just
Right,
shaved
whatever.
off a little bit of his hair. It's fine. He just has a
Right.
bald spot
Yeah.
now.
And his palm.
Well, I mean, it
Let's
looks
go
like
see
it was
what we
kind of
can
bold as
do down
is.
here. What's in the slimy
True.
grotto?
Ooh.
We don't want to go here yet. I don't think this is a nice looking place.
Oh, but I want to
It's like a slow crashing wave.
This doesn't
of
look like a
spores.
place you would take the kids, Mary.
This is really a good. It's still
For a
one of my
dead tree,
favorite
it's a
freaking.
little too
It's
live.
one of my
Just a
favorite
dead end.
quotes from.
Sounds a little
From you
creepy
guys
if
ever
think
play a
about
game
it too
called
much.
Dungeon Keeper?
No, also,
Can't say I have.
just as a quick heads up, I wasn't referring to UMB when I said Mary. I'm just taking like the general Mary.
Oh, I
'Cause
know.
it was like the
I
first name
figured
that
you
popped to my
meant-
head.
I figured you meant something. It's fine. You're all good.
No, you're
But
good.
yes.
Just, I'm just saying, like, there's such an incredible. There's this one really incredible quote. I'm trying to see if I can very briskly find it while we're on our journey here. While I'm looking around, let's Oh, so here's the twisted path.
I see the roads are currently occupied by a whole bunch of creepy crawlies.
Whatever it is, I don't think it wants me around.
Oh, but I want to pet it. Sag.
You can't do that.
But he's got a little centipede on him. I want to pet that too.
You want to pet the centipede?
Yeah.
MB, come on.
That's fine, man.
I mean, listen, if there are people out there that are willing to pet, let alone have pet tarantulas, I don't think a centipede's that less creepy.
Okay, I can't find the actual quote, but I'm just gonna have to I'm just gonna have to hopefully say as much of it as I can remember from memory. I apologize. Just with what you just said, you can't take the kids here. One of my favorite bits from Dungeon Keeper is usually you'll get a really wonderful dark narration about how you've just pillaged and torn an entire land asunder with your evil reign. And one of those lines is, as you're looking over a town, the narrator's saying something along the lines of, "The streets are rung with the cries and tormented screams of the innocent. Hurling bloodthirsty cries erupt into the air like a siren's song. This really is a place you can take the kids for the weekend."
I don't know why what I was half expecting was the thing of sings like a siren song, and she's a little off key.
So middle school.
What's the sign say?
It says XYZZY.
Zizzy. Take it.
Zizzy.
I can't quite get it off of there.
What?
Aww.
But I'm hearing
I don't
cries
know
from
why
inside
just
there.
that one in particular. It's I can't get it off there. What?
It's a big world.
You
I'm
can't
confident I'll
just
find a use for this soon.
Fine, pry it off. So I'm hearing cries from in
Look.
there. We gotta help him out. What's it say?
XYZZY.
Okay.
Okay.
XYZZY.
I don't get it either. Jesus. Okay, basically all you gotta know is that this sign is super useful because typically this is sign. You'll see why. For now,
Okay.
where's that key? Here.
There's the key.
Perfect. It fits.
Ooh.
And let's just go inside with my demon.
Oh, you get
fire.
the... Okay, so you have the lantern automatically. You don't have to equip it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because otherwise this area is pitch black.
And if you didn't
Was that
think
Scorpion?
and if you did, yeah, it was. And if you didn't know to get the demon fire like I did right away, you could use this book of matches to just light it with normal fire. But again, what would normally happen in a playthrough is we would get all the way to the end, realize that there's an underwater portion, and then we'd have to go all the way back.
Man.
It says, warning, you are about to enter a maze of twisty passages, mostly very similar.
Dang, it's time for the
Brave
Lost
the
Woods.
twisty passages.
Oh no, it's a maze.
Yeah, it is definitely a maze, and
Pretty
I
simple.
will. The symbols won't mean a whole lot yet until I can hopefully find. Aha, scrap of paper.
Looks like someone forgot to pick up their trash.
Well, I need to find 5
Man.
pieces before I have enough. That's 2.
Can't believe someone's littering in here.
Right?
So mean. So inconsiderate.
Even-
No wonder the island's so terrible. It wants
Even
pets
in-
because it deserves it. And it's
Fine.
been hurt before.
That's fucking pets. But just even in a very more or less uncharted territory, people are just whoever is going through these caves is such an inconsiderate litter bug.
Yeah. So, fortunately, I have all my pieces of paper, but if I ever want to reset, read the sign.
XYZZY.
Okay.
Whoosh.
Ooh.
And it will magically warp you out of the cavern.
Wow, neat. It's magic.
So that's
Magic.
handy. Sam,
Good. It's a good thing that
go ahead.
crap.
What's up?
Forgetting the
Turn off the
fucking
read.
term. So the
Oh, no
license
worries.
plate. It's a good thing that license plate actually was useful for something.
Really?
Yeah.
I agree. So, lastly, we're going to do now is I have to arrange these in a correct order. Basically, it reads in the order of seasons of a year: spring to summer to autumn to winter, back to spring again.
All
There's
right.
that spring coming once again. So it looks like it's diamond, triangle with an eye, Illuminati, demon fork, Bloodborne sigil. That when you play Bloodborne, you'll understand why. That's just a Bloodborne sigil.
Gotcha.
I was honestly thinking of freaking one of those Fantasia brooms who's just got their hands on their hips.
Yeah. Sassy broom.
I can't unsee that now. Just, boy, what did you do? I
It's
love
a
that.
sassy broom.
I love that actually. Okay, so sassy broom, and then this is just I don't know. It's like a cool little eye thingy. It reminds me of, like the one thing I actually know how to draw.
Profile
Anywho, so
eye.
Actually, speaking of Disney,
oh yeah, what was it?
that one on the last piece of paper, it does kind of look like the D on Disneyland.
Oh yeah,
Kind of.
which the problem is I always saw I always saw the D as a G, and I will still remember.
I
seeing
did
it as a
too
G.
when I was a youngster. Like, it didn't help on like the Disney Interactive logo where you have like the D, but like the dot of the I over the D.
Right.
Welcome to the club.
Right, Demon Fork,
Yeah.
sassy broom. Even he looks like he's leaning chest forward, like this ain't the right way. And
It's like,
finally, we just need to
now you
find the
listen
D.
here, Mr. Mousey Mouse.
We found
You
it.
put that hat back where you found it.
Agony lies ahead. That's promising.
Which
Very
here's the
promising.
water, and if you didn't have a lantern that could light up underwater, you'd be boned. Fortunately, I do, so hop in.
Okay. Here goes.
Hooey!
So now you gotta handle your underwater breathing in the dark now, son of Jim.
Oh
The
boy,
demon
my
fire.
favorite fears.
I'm sure you'll be fine. Ooh,
Fish.
anglerfish.
Pet
We're not
fish.
no, we're not pet. No, we are not petting the anglerfish.
Sad.
What's this?
It says, warning. It's a long way.
Oh,
Oh,
I wasn't ready.
boing.
Dude didn't even get the fish.
Listen,
Oh.
can this be any worse? Could this be any worse than the freaking
Oh, hey.
agony we went through back on Monkey Island?
Ouchie.
Lucky thing you landed on my bed.
Herman.
Herman Toothrot.
This was the old. This was the old
Been a
coop that
while.
used to be on Monkey Island.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you been in this cave very long?
Well, not in geologic terms. As a percentage of the total number of years of existence of the cave itself,
I mean, I
it would be a
suppose, but in your
small
relative
number.
lifestyle.
On a human scale, however,
Well, yeah, to get MB back up to speed, assuming she
You know,
forgot
depending on
everything from the
perspective.
scrapbook. Herman Toothrot was a member of the original pirate crew that went to Monkey Island, and then he got abandoned.
Yep. So he was actually critical. I mean, yeah, effectively, if you remember, like, say, Treasure Island, Treasure Planet, he's the Ben of that whole tale. Also, I forgot, I actually have 4 golden keys. I thought I only had 3, but that's right, because I had the Bermuda key, the key that I stole back from LeChuck. What else did I get the golden keys from? The chicken, yeah, the one from the, oh, no, that was the one from the chicken, yeah. Then, oh gosh, what were the other, oh, the one from frickin' the fishing quest.
Bermuda?
We already got the
Right.
Bermuda one. I don't know what the 4th one is. I forgot what the 4th one was actually now.
Well,
You have 4.
we'll remember in due
Oh, wait,
time. In the meantime,
No, wait, that's right. We got one because it was almost going to be destroyed, but we were able to requiesce it or whatever
Right,
from the
that's
court.
right.
Anyway,
Right,
so,
from the
yeah,
court mandate.
Yep.
Thank you, lots, Miss Granny.
And look, he is the 5th golden key.
Here it is.
How does a person get out of this place?
typically, you don't.
Dang.
Are you freaked out by all the weird screaming in the caves?
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Just a little light entertainment and well-being work. Primal screaming is very therapeutic. Try it.
Usually you have a pillow.
Ah! Whew, you're right. Yeah, that feels good.
Anyway.
I also
Uh,
scream when I yawn, so I can confirm it does feel
I'm
good.
looking for a golden key.
I never thought of it as screaming,
Sounds
but I
like
guess you're
something
right.
I might have read in a book once. Are you a fictional character?
Herman, we've
Not
met like
that
I
I'm
think
aware of.
I think at least
That
3
I'm
times
aware
now.
of.
I mean,
Uh-oh.
given it's Herman we're talking about, it makes perfect sense.
He's gone
Yeah.
cuckoo.
I think I'll have a look around.
I'll be here when you finish the grand
Also,
tour.
I'm just now thinking back to like the
Did
whole
this
thing
used
of
to be a lamp.
the whole
I
thing.
ran out of oil after I'd been here about 3 days, and then it got a little broken. I've been using it to catch rats.
Okay.
Oh.
Those unlucky rats.
All right.
But yeah, just thinking back to like the whole like Guybrush like pitiful screaming there. I'm just thinking back to like no, if you want to hear like a genuine Guybrush scream, like remember the whole like I'm your father fake out near the end of Monkey 2? Like the Dominic put his all into that particular scream out of all of
right.
them.
What are all these scribbles?
I remember that now.
My neo-utilitarian manifesto.
Ooh.
That's handy.
Do you catch much with that?
Ah, don't call him that. He doesn't like it. His name is Carl. Carl
You
the Rat
have
Trap.
reached new lows of
Hi,
lunacy.
Carl.
So, Herman.
And
I
he's
do
definitely
anything?
in need of a
Oh, would be
haircut.
nice.
Fair enough.
These
Damn,
are big,
like,
flat rocks.
It's amazing how much
you
hair a
make
man
bed
can
out of
still
something
grow on
else?
his back.
They're the softest
Right?
rocks I can find.
He's the newest member ever, just like freaking long. Okay, hey, I'm gonna take the ski.
Dan, put him in a rock band.
I'm taking it.
Eh.
I love he grabs it with
Of course.
Wait a minute.
Ooh, we're hunting for the keys too. That's how you got stuck here.
Is it? I suppose that would make sense.
Okay, well, how about we make a
Let's
deal
make
then?
a deal for the key.
I'm pretty sure I wanted it for a reason, but a decade or so in a dark cave can do funny
decade?
things to your
Dang.
memory.
Has it really been that long since
Get
our
me
last
out of
adventure?
here, and
I
then
mean,
It's
honestly,
certainly been that long
grab
since
the
the last
key.
game.
yeah, I was I think
And he
so,
wasn't
like,
even
I-
in Tales, if you remember.
Right.
That's a good point.
How do I know I
Kind
can
of think
trust
that
you?
in the.
I don't know.
I mean, for all we know,
I know
this
I
may as well
can
be
trust
considered
you.
not canon, but didn't he end up becoming the new governor? Wasn't he supposed to be the
Yeah.
governor of Melee
How
Island
do
by
I
the
know I
fourth
can
game?
trust you?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, but to be
Ah,
fair, I
so
don't think
I
they even
trust you.
mention like him being the governor at
I
any
know.
point in this
How
game.
do I know I can trust you?
I don't know.
Like as far as
I
we're
don't know.
concerned,
How do I know I can trust
like as
you?
far as we're concerned, at this point in time, they're just still treating him as the old
Me
like
having the
sea
key is
urchin
for the
they
greater
always
good.
has been.
For the greater good of
Fair.
you,
I mean, that's kind of just how he's always been. I just remember he had more plot
You let me
significance
have
for
the
whatever
key,
reason
then
in the
I'll get
fourth
you out of
game,
the
and
cave.
then, well,
That
it's
sounds
the fourth
good,
game, so
as long
everyone
as
kind of
it's
forgot
a
about it.
sneak first,
Yeah.
key
Well, except for that
afterward.
very brief recap as part of like the
It
beginning
needs
recap.
to be key first, then
Right. It's
It needs to
one of
be
it's,
escape
you know, they
first,
only did that
then
purely out of
key.
obligation.
Right.
Just give me the key already.
No!
That's it.
It's on.
Eat that key.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Look at him go.
Ow! I need it.
Da, 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 da.
Oh no.
Oh,
Got it. But then there's the lantern.
And thus, darkness.
Damn it.
Whoops.
I'm eager to see how you're gonna get us out of here now.
That's the last key. Voodoo shop, here I come.
I do have
what did he
it.
say?
Nothing.
All right, there you go. Now be sure. Now just
XYZZY.
be sure to hold on to Herman and. Oh, you forgot to do that.
Oh, well, that wasn't so hard.
What happened to Mr. Toothrot?
When?
Did you get him out of the cave? How'd you do it?
That's not part of this story.
Is it actually
no,
possible to do
we
that?
just leave him there.
I
I don't think it is. No.
Oh.
And believe you me, there's a reason why we just up and left him down there.
See, he's doing his therapeutic screams. He'll be fine.
Hey, okay. That being said, I do believe we are due back on Melee Island.
I love that there's
Yeah.
no even point of exploration. Just go, get there. We got 5
Meanwhile.
keys.
Creepwood has all the keys.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's right, Captain. Just recovered
Actually,
the last
really
one.
good at keeping tabs on
To
me.
set sail for Melee Island immediately.
What about my spell? It's almost ready.
I'm sure I'll find some use for it later. I'm afraid I can't say
Uh-oh.
the same for you, however.
Mutiny.
You're betraying me. I'm the one who does that. But I do respect talent in other people.
I mean, everyone did see that coming, so there you have it.
So yeah. That said, no time to
You
waste.
doing well, Murray?
Oh, I should probably see how he's doing.
Oh yeah, Murray. How is Murray doing?
Secret in my own.
Oh, okay. Point of no return, unfortunately.
Oops. Sorry, I should have said that sooner.
Not even
You're
to
fine.
not even to, like realize. Oh, I forgot my contact on the boat.
But you don't. But Guybrush, you don't even wear contacts.
Fine, let's go get this safe.
Who said they were his?
open.
That's right. We did take him from Wally.
Oh no.
I hope that guy's doing okay.
I'm sure wherever he
Wherever
is,
he
he
is.
deserves it. And
Jesus.
the
that's
last
what I'm saying.
one
I'm scared.
Oh, 5 keys.
with the cool 3D visual notes.
3D.
Right? I think that's the only time I've seen 3D in this game. And what is it?
It's cheesier than I imagined.
Another one?
Still beautiful.
Aww.
It's finally come to this.
Now to open it.
God, it's heavy.
Oh.
Ow.
Oop.
Uh-oh.
Just gotta open this sucker because of course someone
on,
would
it's
scatter them
It's
all.
gold.
I wasn't really thinking about the possibility of yet another
But if
lock.
somebody already went
Oh,
through the
like
trouble
overkill.
of chucking it all across the world, can we see it with our double uncle?
Now there's no serial number.
And worth a
Gosh
shot.
dang it.
Maybe I can break it open.
Well, it's worth it.
Oh,
It's
God,
a
rush.
metal chest.
That's a very rubbery knife.
oh.
Yes, that's exactly how that works.
Get it!
Melt it down.
He should pet it. Pet it.
And then comes the depression.
I really wish there was like a quick cut where he'd just be like in the fetal position, just crying, and then cut to him trying to bite it open.
Wait, and he's like, wait, that's not part of the story.
This is not a problem. I choose to see it as a puzzle.
Exactly.
3 points.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
You couldn't wait like 5 minutes for me to just get the chest.
LeChuck.
I'm not gonna
My
even give you the
old
chance to
nemesis.
betray me this
Here we are
time.
again. Looks like this story ends the way it was always destined to end, with just you and me and the secret.
Not quite.
Oh yeah, his whole crew's back.
I don't suppose it'll do me any good to point out that you're cheating again.
I underestimated your resourcefulness.
How?
Thorford,
It's been like
but
7 games in like
force
over a
always
decade.
wins in the end.
No, it don't. We killed you like
You should
I think
try it
5 different
sometime.
ways now.
Good luck opening that. It's well made. I tried everything I could think of for a whole minute, and I didn't make a dent in it.
Of course not. The secret can only be revealed in a ceremonial chamber located
That's
deep within the bowels
very
of
stupidly
Monkey
contrived.
Island.
Well,
there was
means
a
we're gonna
spell
go back to
that they
Monkey
were
Island.
working on
It
earlier.
pleases me to have you live with the knowledge of how close you were to having this before I took it from you. So, I've decided not to kill you right this minute.
How generous.
Outside that door, the deal is off. Don't even think about following me. And count to 100 before
You have to
leave
count to
the
100. I'll be
building.
watching.
Wow.
No peeks.
And that's real Mississippi seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Will it actually give you the
Six.
chance to legitimately count to 100?
8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100.
All right.
Here I come!
I was actually
Elaine!
Whitey Bones said she saw you
I was
come
actually
in.
so ready to like see if they actually
No.
asked Dominic
I mean,
to voice
yes,
all
I'm
numbers
fine.
between 1
Do you
and
want to
100.
talk about it?
LeChuck has the secret, and he's headed for the bowels of Monkey Island.
The
And
capital
don't,
Oh.
and never mind all the very like
There's no time to
discomforting
lose.
things you learned
Let's
about
talk
me
on the
from
way.
people and the NPCs. I am not having an unhealthy obsession with this. We're going to what's going on with the page.
Also, I just realized something. There's a chance, I think we might have inadvertently missed a
That did
cutscene.
seem like
Ow.
a better way to get here than making the potion. I'll definitely
Well,
have to
you'll
take notes
see.
next time.
Yes, I just hope it
Assuming
turns
it doesn't
out
happen
well
during
worth
this
the
bit.
effort.
Whatever.
Let's see.
That was easy.
I'm not talking about the trip over. I mean all the work you've done leading up to it. Not to
Now it's
mention
time
the trail
for
of
the
destruction
talk.
you've left in your wake.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, nonsense. Give me 12 examples.
If you meant to challenge me, you should have gone for a larger number.
Oh.
Odina told me an exciting
One.
story about what happened on Bermuda. Apparently, you managed to destroy a priceless traditional artifact and the government of an entire island.
But
in
now
5
hold
minutes
on,
flat.
just let me listen.
impressive.
But now give me a moment to explain. If the entire, let me just say, like, if the entire, okay, first of all, yeah, it took way more than 5 minutes. But also, if the entire government could be dissolved in just that, then that really says more about the government, don't it?
It took way
Right?
more than 5 minutes. I had to win a bunch of contests first.
Yes, Odina told me your joke. Bernie, quite
Aw, she also gets a fun out of the demon
also
joke.
thinks you cheated on your algebra test and tried to poison her.
Did not poison.
It wasn't so much
wasn't
poison, it was,
just hot pepper. She was fine an hour later.
I did have to convince her not to file suit. You owe me one.
I appreciate that.
Thank
Aw.
you.
Incidentally, I
sweetie.
think you might also be royalty now.
Hey, yeah, look at that.
I thought something
Ooh.
felt different this morning.
Anyway,
How many is that now?
You could be the real queen. I'm
Did you
done
know
being
the Museum of Pirate
the
Law
drag.
is shut down?
You don't say.
Oh.
2 of its prize
okay, but I don't
exhibits
care
went
about him
missing.
or his like.
Curiously, there was only one name in the guest book.
There was a guest book?
Yeah, it wasn't a very good
Why would
museum
you
anyway.
sign that
The guy
with your
doesn't
own
get his facts
handwriting?
right.
Conrad Lee is a nice young man who tries hard. But he'll land on his feet. I hear he's going to open a training school for attack
That
parrots.
works out.
Oh
He
boy.
doesn't hold a grudge.
Oh boy.
Herman Toothrot is also a little upset with
Okay,
me.
so yeah, I
He
think
says
we did
he took his
miss
keys
that
and left them in
cutscene
a
because
dark cave.
I think if you did the Herman Toothrot thing earlier,
Uh-huh.
then
There would have been a
she
scene
actually
of
would
her
come
and
to his
Elaine
rescue.
talking.
I see.
Yes.
I see. So the idea is that you should have done. I guess. I don't know. Like that's a bit of a bummer that it's easy to miss that cutscene. But then I guess the only way you could really do that is if you get him first and then get the key that's on LeChuck's ship last.
Right.
Yes. Whatever.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, the point is, she does it in the same way that she technically checked in on us during the very beginning of Monkey Island 2, so take that for what you
He
want.
was in the dark cave when I found him.
He was
I had
already in
nothing
the
to
dark
do with
cave
what
when I
happened
found
there.
him. So, to be fair, no net impact overall.
Except for the key.
True, but he wasn't really using it.
Well, you'll be happy to know he made it out. I rescued him myself.
That's
I'm
very
happy.
nice of you.
Thanks. Remind me why we're talking about all this?
It's just, I'm worried that the secret can't possibly measure up to
Okay,
the
so she's
effort
not really
and
even like
anticipation.
hurt
What
or like thinking that we're like
exactly
being all that
expect him to
bad.
find?
I guess she's just more so worried that.
We're going a little too far for such a little...
So,
could very much just be very anticlimactic.
You know what? I think, unless you have something planned, MB, what do you believe the secret of Monkey Island is of these choices?
With all that we've done and stuff.
Understanding.
Understanding.
Understanding of the secret and of bigger things. Who are we? Why are we here?
Well, be careful what you wish for.
That is true.
That's all I'll say, honey buns.
Because there's other things. There's another moment that'll come up later in this game, but there is
Here we go.
a sort of a
Just
beauty
like
to what
old
this game
times.
tries to do
Are
with
you
itself.
ready for the caverns?
Oh, for sure.
Well, I remember them. It's the mushrooms, the big ones, the lava. I hate mazes.
I hate mazes.
We all hate mazes.
I love mazes.
Oh, thank you.
And then there's
Laura.
her. Nobody asked you, you dead-ass contrarian.
Finally, Elaine gets to do some swashbuckling. And yeah, the whole time is that the head was actually at the top of a massive rib cage.
Yep.
Look at that.
And
He was a big monkey after
hey.
all. Wally!
Oh, Herman. Oh, not Herman, Wally.
Wally.
well, nice seeing you again, man. All right, let's go.
Oh, come
You
on.
can't talk to him.
Yeah, you can.
Wally,
How's it hanging?
how's it hanging?
Seriously, that's the joke you were going to use right now?
I'm trying out some new material.
Don't quit your day job.
And neither should you.
No.
Hey, thanks for that seed
Thanks
map,
for
by
the
the way,
seed
man.
map.
That
was
got
really
me
great,
all
and I owe
around
you
the
for all
world.
the work you did for free.
Glad you liked it.
I like that.
That mop map you made for me was a winner.
Glad you liked it.
Well, wait a minute. Something's different about you, Wally.
How did you end up here? I saw your office had been ransacked.
LeChuck came into the shop storming mad because he thought I gave him a mop map instead of a map to the secret.
He already caught on.
Yeah, real head scratcher how that happened.
Well,
I wish I could get you out of those shackles.
You and me both.
well, that's it then.
Yeah, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got to get the secret before LeChuck does.
It's
Sure.
important.
Run off. Wally will be fine.
That's perfect.
And
man.
then little
I'll
Captain
so
goes,
have to
Wally will
understand.
not be fine.
Can I interest you in
Oh,
this?
like that's gonna work at this point in time.
Really question the horse armor at this point.
I'm pretty sure horses don't like lava.
Yeah, again, it's just...
Again, as a reminder, everybody, that was just a pre-order bonus that does absolutely fucking nothing other than additional flavor text.
And taking up space in these ever so tax pie, flambe.
You're awake.
Flambe!
I'm just here to tell you that you are making a mistake. LeChuck's obsession consumes him like a frog.
Yeah, no, we're aware of that. Like, we're meant for each other.
Opens that chest.
Funny how we were talking about tarantulas earlier.
Yeah.
Correct. I want to be there before he opens it.
Ugh, you two deserve each other.
Perfect. See, we are in agreement.
But he's already happily. But I'm already happily married.
It's like, I'm the boss, Threepwood. Now get back to work. I love you.
Did you just say
No!
Was that last
Down
part?
there too well. There's a lot of lava.
We could contemplate... That just jumped to the certain lava death.
Okay.
It's time to prove our mettle.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank goodness, and all I did was keep my knees locked on entry, and not a single thing is wrong, and I just start hopping
To
on
be
one
fair, he did like land on that stump and break everything, and then pop up being fine. So like, I don't
He's been through
question it
worse.
anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
He's pretty much everything.
I'm coming for you.
Don't say that.
You're giving your position away.
Coming for you.
Damn you, Threepwood! I should have gotten rid of you the first 58 times.
Yeah, in hindsight, this do be seeming like a pattern.
Alive.
Oh!
But now it begins.
Just once, I want this to be easy.
No, it never will be.
Only the organized pirate will pass.
What?
Well, who's an organized pirate?
The only way we're going to do it is that basically this whole room is actually a big circle that's all wrapped around the center, like, stairway column thing. So,
Okay.
in each of these rooms, there is a monkey statue.
Oh, pretty.
Are you sure it's supposed to be a monkey?
Proud to be a
so
monkey.
it is.
He's just a
Proud
silly
to be a
monkey.
monkey.
He's a monkey.
I'm naming it Captain Squint.
That's this guy is an adventurous monkey.
Oh, hang on, go back. I thought I saw something.
You did?
Yeah, a little...
On the bottom right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that.
Yeah, pebble.
It looks like a piece of 8, but made of stone.
Hell now. So you're frustrated.
Wonder if we could use that.
Well, this guy's frustrated. Can't do anything about that. Oh.
Monkey with a parrot. Oh, there's another pebble over there.
Parrot had anything to do with the eye.
Maybe you want the... Oh, no, never mind. Fine. Take the coin.
Another pebble of 8.
Paul, you want a penny?
Oh, I gotta find something to put all these coins in. Actually, another thing I just realized. So the pebbles of 8, they actually aren't used here. We have to give up all of our items.
All of our items.
So he deserves
Alright,
a mug.
Have a drink.
Okay, you deserve.
This one needs a spying glass.
Close enough. You signed to hit something.
Actually, will that even work?
I think it's got to count for something. And you need
Crackers.
Cracker.
Paul, you want a cracker? Oh, the most organized. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're literally getting rid of all your clutter.
Show that I have collected as many as I can. And now,
LeChuck, the
second
secret
round.
will
Here
never
we
be
go.
yours.
Okay, this is
I
again.
hate solving puzzles more than
Well, then you should have
hate
gotten the
Threepwood.
walkthrough, silly.
The secret will never be yours.
Fool, what year do you think this
Won't
is?
you ever give up and
Better get
just
that.
go?
This is gonna. I mean, this is practically a victory lap if we know what we're doing. Since
Seriously, Threepwood, why can't you find yourself a hobby?
Twice is suspicious.
maybe you should maybe just.
Messing with you is my hobby.
It's one of those stone
I'm just
pieces
thinking
of
maybe
8.
you should not scream and just go down the stairs next
What
time.
does this one say?
Only the observant pirate
Yeah,
will
I know, right?
pass.
Observant.
So first we have a whole treasure
Those
chest
epaulets deserve
full
a
of
room of their
nothing.
own.
Well, hold on. Maybe you need some coins. Many coins. Too many coins.
May as well drop your wallet while you're at it.
Okay.
Well, hang on. Explore the other rooms first.
Okay.
What else? Yeah, like we still don't know what else there. Oh, there's others.
Oh.
Right.
You just gave all your
You can take 'em back.
coppers to the captain.
Yeah. Well, I took yeah. Okay. So we got
you
our
have your
coins.
coins.
Oh, hang on.
All right, and then there's this one.
So
It's one of those stone pieces
Take it.
of 8.
another one. Okay, so we have the cabin boy, the first mate, and the captain.
Well,
Okay,
with all
so
you got,
give-
I'd say give one to the cabin boy, then give some more to the other guy, and then give the bag to the captain.
Right. Okay, so we'll give one to you. We'll give you two,
A copper for the cabin boy.
and you will get another one. But then you see, this is the part where it would trip you up because you're thinking, no, there aren't 6. There aren't 6 pebbles, but that's why you have to sacrifice your own.
There you go.
Behold.
Another puzzle solved. Now get out of here. So
Now,
observant
don't
for
scream,
finding them.
Threepwood, don't do it.
The secret is mine.
Oh,
He
boy.
opened it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're still alive.
You really
But
do
thankfully,
suck
we
at
have a
puzzles,
distraction.
don't you?
How are you still alive?
You will never have the secret.
I will soon have my revenge.
Then you will forever be cursed.
And you will never escape.
You will vanish with no tails.
Oh my god, they're raiding every single.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just caught 2.
God dang.
Wow.
So basically all their...
Your charm, Threepweed.
Yeah, basically, if you didn't catch MB, all... Oops!
Dang. He fights
Basically,
rough.
if you didn't catch MB, all of the banter that the two of them had there are basically dropping the titles of all the games up to now.
They are, and thus they venture
Did
in.
she just Naruto run in
Yes,
that?
she did. She's
Next
silly.
time,
Yeah.
I keep
Thank
my
you.
voice
Kind of think, whatever did happen to the other two
I
pirates?
guess he betrayed all of them.
Why are we going up?
Because I might.
Kind of miraculous
Gonna take all
that
this
you
stuff
know,
back.
like. I'm honestly surprised Captain Madison didn't survive the whole
You
thing.
think you would
Even
think
my
like she,
junk.
because you'd think that she was like the main one that like, you know. Well,
Nom nom.
I was thinking because she seemed to be like the de facto leader of the group.
You forget your coins.
Nah, I don't need the coins. Feel sorry
Okay.
for the monkey.
Aww.
It looks like its arm is hurt.
You can't.
Well, actually,
pet a
real quick, what was the
stone
hint for this floor
fisherman.
again?
Oh, right. This is.
Yeah, we didn't even read that
Alright.
riddle.
Only the bloodthirsty pirate will
Oh,
pass.
I gotta kill someone.
Bloodthirsty.
No.
Kill it with
It looks like its arm is
kindness.
hurt.
Yep.
So,
Time
stab
to
the
kill him.
arm.
Oh.
He
Ow.
bleeds black.
Drains into there.
That's so mean.
Feel
Looks
very.
like its leg is hurt.
Ah, stab him.
My leg!
Just know that the sheep does not condone the stab.
And then the monkey oil goes in there.
I mean, it's good to know it's amazing to see that stone really can
This
bleed.
is
Yeah.
this is weird though. Wait a minute.
Why?
This thing is. This isn't right. There's a
What?
metal
What do you
pipe
mean?
jutting out of there.
What?
There's no way.
And
I'm
then
getting
over
through there.
here, this statue, that looks like frickin' wiring for paper mache.
What?
And over here, that's
So
paper
that isn't real. That isn't real.
This is paper mache, and this is sticks being. This isn't right. This statue isn't even finished.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
How are you gonna complete this one?
Well, you can just. I mean, hey, you can make the argument that one kind of just got his whole half blown
True.
off.
Hang on, plan. Here we go. We'll just take this and just we'll cheese this one. But again,
Will it be
more
enough, though?
metal
Here
and
you go.
wiring. Like, what is going
Okay,
on
well-
in this place?
And it,
Something
is
don't
it
seem
or is
right
it
about
also
this
looking a lot more
secret.
metallic the further you go down?
Yeah, like an industrial complex. Like this is all. Oh my god, and this is like oil and stuff. 1480. Actually, hang on. This is actually super important to quickly recall. No, go back down. So remember, sad-looking pirate with 2 eye patches. What did Patrick call himself? Blind beard.
Yeah,
Blindbeard the pirate.
Ow.
Yeah, so Blindbeard the pirate with a number 1.
Blind beard.
This thing that looks like a pull tab or a chin of Captain Quark, and 1480. All right.
You've reached the end.
Okay, so that's
No.
Blindbeard, Quark, and
Aw,
1480.
come on.
1480 and
Oh shoot.
the whole place.
Well,
is
we're not coming back. Or,
the
never
place is
mind.
coming down. What's this?
One of the stone slabs from the altar seems to have
Also, I
fallen
just
off
realized
during the rumble.
there's a head up there.
So long, Captain Madison.
Oh, so she really did die.
It's like one of those mystery stories where the person has so many enemies.
I mean,
the
to be
detectives
fair,
don't know
it
where
was
to
that
start.
one. It was that one ninja person sword that was through the hat. So maybe they all like betrayed
Yeah.
each other.
I mean, I can believe that.
After 4 extra
They definitely
years out at
didn't
sea,
look like the types
their
that would totally
piglet
trust each other with the pennies in their
3 steps
pockets.
right, but 2 left.
3 steps right,
Until
2
they
left.
fell off the deck and they met Davy Jones for some tea. After all I've been through, finding some limericks on a piece of stone.
I mean,
sinking
really,
into
we
the
just have to
lava
go
isn't all
for
that
it.
strange.
Okay, so
Yeah, time to wing it.
okay.
Okay, so first is Blindbeard.
Blind.
Yep. 1, 2.
Or we just change the date first.
You want 14?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep. And then it was 1480. Let me see if I can get it to him. Come on.
There you go.
There you go.
Let's get 1480. Come on.
Yeah.
Almost there.
Okay.
There we go. Now pull the switch.
Oh, the lever.
I don't want to close any more possible
Oh yeah,
escape
those
routes.
are all mine. Okay, so basically, what we need to do now is now that we've set like this is like the default. This is the starting position. Now we have to do what that slab said. So first, 4 extra years, so we have to change the number 4 times. 1, 2,
1, 2.
4.
Oh.
Then we did 3 steps right, but 2 to the left. So we will rotate this 2 times since it goes to the left. 1, 2, and rotate the outer wheel. 1, 2, 3.
3.
There you go. And the way shall
That's
open.
it. That is the final puzzle. After them, and
Let's see what's beyond the
What?
hold
I was
up.
just deep in the mushroom and lava-ridden caves under Monkey
It's a
Island. And now I'm... Oh no. Not yet.
What does he mean?
Not
I
yet.
mean not yet. And what the?
Score. Free
Okay.
popcorn.
What the
Hang
hell?
on.
High Street, 20
That
feet.
rat's on a
Hall of Pirates,
rat's on a
3-minute walk.
stick.
Additional restrooms at
Dinky
Dinky
Island. What the hell?
What the heck is down there?
Glad you
Stan?
finally made it, kid.
Oh.
Stan?
It's closing time and everyone wants to
What?
go home.
Last chance to hand over the
It's an attraction.
What do you mean it's closing time?
Aw.
I just got here.
No, I don't have time for this. I'm late for an important meeting. Take my keys and shut off all the lights before you leave. I'm not liable
What
for
is
anything that happens
going
after
on
closing
here?
time.
Hey.
Guybrush, are you ready to go?
last chance to hand over the key.
But we just.
Wait a minute, I just noticed next to LeChuck, there's the secret.
You're right.
There it is.
It's the chest.
But it's
Yeah,
still
I should have
locked.
suspected Stan's involvement the minute I saw how cheap and gaudy
What do you
this
mean?
is.
Open.
Dang nabbit, it's locked. If only there was a
Maybe
key.
his keyring.
This.
It's Stan's
Yeah.
keyring for turning off all the lights. This key
Oh,
doesn't fit.
hey, there, that key.
What a stroke of luck. The locksmith had
Aw,
the key
and to
all
think we
along.
missed the grand climax
It
of
was disappointingly easy.
LeChuck trying to nab
Wonder
the
what's
key
going
from
on.
the locksmith.
Right? Oh man.
Dang. Stan makes LeChuck better every time.
Every time? You mean to tell me LeChuck was never real to begin
Wait
with?
a minute.
Each time I come here, Stan really ups the challenge. But it's still LeChuck 0, Guybrush Threepwood 6.
As it should be.
Secret is mine.
Nice twist adding in Madison, Trent, and Lila. The team up had
So
me
all
hooked
this
for a
time,
while.
Guybrush Threepwood was going through a freaking amusement park attraction.
Maybe.
Well, back to my boring flooring inspector job. Until
Flooring
next time.
inspector job.
So he really is the
Sure.
inspector.
Popcorn.
Damn.
And
But yeah, don't forget the key.
let's do it.
And all this time, the secret of Monkey Island was
A t-shirt.
a lousy
I
t-shirt.
found the
Isn't this
secret
the
of
second time
Monkey
it's been a
Island,
shirt
and
now?
All it was this stupid.
I think this is the only time. Not sure actually, but there you have it. That's the secret.
Yeah. After all this time.
Let's just turn it off.
Or one thing that you could do, and I'm not gonna do it, but I'm just saying one thing you could do.
It seems to be stuck
Here's
closed.
the key. I could go back here, and I could run. I could just run away from everything and deny what I thought I saw downstairs and return to the world that we do know. But I don't believe that's kind of the point of this whole adventure that we've been on.
It truly isn't.
So we did get some understanding.
Perhaps.
The point of the story, MB, was not about the destination, but the journey we made while doing so.
Oh,
There you go.
I could tell this.
I'm a victim of circumstance.
Yeah, man, you and me both. Can't go inside the church, of course, because the church was
So
locked out
all
this
the
chapter.
verbs I wanted to pet were fake.
How's business?
All
I wouldn't
animatronics.
tell us a story, but I can also tell just by looking at you that you're not ready for the likes
But
of
we
us.
did. We did everything. We did the whole adventure. Can I do the horse armor now?
But I make a policy of standing by even my most ridiculous
Fine.
choices.
Alright, turn the switch off.
And now
Time to go.
finally, oh, what's that plaque?
Historic landmark. The original secret, a pirate adventure park. Established 1989 by R. Gilbert.
Keep on trucking. Blunder Bunny!
Plunder Bunny.
How'd it go with Flair? You were fighting there.
How'd it go with Flair?
Let's just say I made my point.
Aw, well, how'd you get here before me?
How did you get here before me?
You know I always try to stay a step ahead.
There.
I'm not sure where I am all of a sudden.
You're right here with me. But we shouldn't stick around too long.
Guess. Wait, but we had all
I
this
was
other
just
stuff.
underground on Monkey Island,
Right.
and now we're on Melee?
Things just go by in a blur sometimes when you're having fun, don't they?
Yeah.
Have you done
hey,
something new with your hair?
Got ruffled in the fight.
I like it.
Well, look at it this way. We got the secret.
We got the secret.
I
Finally.
got the secret.
You finally did it. I hope it was worth it.
I'm gonna have to think about that. I got the secret.
You already said that.
I guess I did.
I guess I did.
Sorry.
Yep.
Shall we go?
I'm ready to go.
Good.
That's it.
Me too.
We can just
And off we go.
return.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that feels odd to you,
So
MB?
what does-
So, what'd you think about that, Boy Brush?
Yeah, tell us what you think, Boy Brush.
Dad, that was a silly ending, and it didn't even make any sense. You're terrible at endings.
I thought you liked silly endings. You and Chucky play the ending of Monkey Island 2.
Right.
Really silly.
That's different. We're kids, and we're just goofing around. You're the one who said you can't just change things. You said that's not how storytelling works.
I did?
I want to know the secret. You have to tell me what you really found in the chest.
And here it is. The idea of the quick, I guess, beauty of what's going to happen is that Hype brought to my attention. This game, the credits and ending cutscenes don't fully change, but there will be like a very quick ending cinematic thing, like a very quick like splash screen that plays at the end of it. And it does change depending on which of these answers you give, because I guess the true message they're trying to give is that, again, as James said, it's about the journey. Like the secret could be whatever you want the darn thing to be. So,
well, what do you want it to be, Logan?
What do I want it to be?
What do you want it to be?
Not the friends we made along the way. That's a cop-out answer. That's gems, rubies, and gold. That's like a Crash Twin Sanity thing of like, oh, there's treasure. Oh, it's better not to know. That's really what happened. It's better not. I think I'm gonna say that. Honestly, as far as the secret, I think it is better not to know.
All right.
No, because again, it's meant to be this like perpetual carrot on the end of a stick. Not actually something
Your
you can
mom was
attain.
right. It's better not to know. Once you have an answer to a question like that, you lose the most important part of it. Imagining the possibilities and talking about them with other people is way better.
For sure.
Dad won't tell me what the secret is.
Call him out for it.
Are you filling our son's head with your outlandish stories again?
I was telling him the one about how we found the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that one. Every time you tell that story, the ending gets stranger and stranger. Let's go down to the docks and watch the galleon head out.
Yay!
Off he go. Whoa, he up.
I found the lost map to the treasure of Maya Island.
No
It's
kidding.
going to
They
be
are still
fun
doing
adventure.
pirating on the
I'll
side.
meet you down there.
Let's have some fun.
First,
Fun with the
he
whole
just needs a
family.
moment of peace. Well-deserved peace.
You know what? I think I'm all right with that.
You did.
How long is this going to? No. So.
And so, that is the end of Guybrush Threepwood's tale as he returned to Monkey Island.
I'm sorry, just real quick. For some reason, I had this dumb thought in my mind where it's like, it shows Guybrush still standing there, still contemplating, but like at the very end, just out from the back of the bench, just LeChuck going like, "Is that really it?"
Jeez. So yeah, that was Return to Monkey Island. The whole story, and again, what it was seeking to be was simply as you know, freaking like it says what it is on the box. It was meant to just be a return to some point-and-click adventures, because I really don't think we have a lot of like point-and-click adventure games anymore.
Yeah, like
We really don't.
Honestly, the closest thing we have to that are those like remasters of the Telltale Sam MX games that are out, with the third one at the time of recording still on its way.
And
of course, there's probably still like a couple like indie projects out there that still try to, you know, like bask in the glory days that was like the 90s of point and click.
Right.
But otherwise, like as far as like, you know, big name ones are concerned, yeah, it's pretty much a rarity like these days.
And maybe it. And maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe there is like certain things that, you know, may have aged with this franchise, which I guess then leads to like I'm happy I'm happy that they were still able to make this game, even if not for a modern audience, then at least for those of us who grew up with these styles of games and did enjoy and have enjoyed like the stories they have to tell. There's a part of me that's so desperate to do more of this that I'm even like half tempted to do some of the freaking humongous entertainment games. I'm at that point now in my life.
I mean, I wouldn't be against that,
because they're all like silly fun, and it's all Ron Gilbert stuff still, right?
Yeah, Ron Gilbert was the primary foundation of humongous entertainment back then.
Which I never knew that until like the most recent decade.
Like literally after Monkey Island 2, that's pretty much where he decided to go in full in on the, for lack of a better word, children's edutainment genre.
And honestly, I never knew that until like I never pieced that puzzle until this most recent decade when you told me about that. But it fully makes perfect sense now that I think about it. That like it makes perfect sense then of how. Of why those games felt, you guys all did great in the voice cast. Why those games felt like such solid, like point-and-click adventure. Like they just felt like good games. I didn't realize that was Jennifer Hale as the Bermuda Queen. That's cool.
Yeah,
me neither.
Yeah,
she pulled off pretty well.
And Yuri Lowenthal played as the cook and vendor, and that yes, Neil Druckmann was in there somewhere, as we already played. Saw. I don't know why. Anywho, but yeah. I think that the story was fun enough. There were some good bits of humor. The puzzles, I think, could have been maybe a little bit better here and there. Maybe the pacing, like maybe give me more to do on Monkey Island itself before this massive world trek that Part 4 became. But, what did you think, Hype?
I'm still astonished that this exists to begin with. Like, after so much of, like, not so much teasing, but the fact that like there's been like a complete absence of Monkey Island, and like I still enjoy Tales for what it is, but I acknowledge that probably wasn't really the book ending that Ron wanted to make for the series, and just the fact that he was able to come back with the game that I assume this more or less ended up being exactly how he wanted the game to turn out, but the fact that he came back to do the game that he wanted to do and it turned out as good as it did, barring like one or two like little nitpicky things you could bring up, I still think it turned out really good. Like I just really love this world. I love Guybrush and his friends and his enemies. I love seeing all the things that happen in this game, and I just love the fact that it's out and that people have a chance to like give the series a shot. Because like not even just with this game, but like as far as I know, I think most of the series can still be on Steam if this is catching anyone's attention.
Oh no.
Like Steam, like actually I think most if not every game of the series is on Steam. Like Monkey Islands 1 and 2 you can get through their remasters. 3, you can get a Scum VM patented
launcher thing.
You pretty much get a port of it that runs on Scum VM. Not entirely sure about for the Escape from Monkey Island, but I think you can get that on GOG for what that's worth.
Okay.
And then Tails, I believe, is still there.
Yeah. And
all 5 or 6 episodes of it.
Yeah, it's 5.
What did you think, MB, going into this sort of blind and kind of like for the most part along the journey with us?
How did it feel to be the boy brush in this scenario?
It was, I mean, I honestly really enjoyed it. I do enjoy, like, point-and-click style adventure games, and to walk in, even though I don't really know a lot, there's definitely a lot that they help, like, guide you and help you understand where you come from, like little scrapbooks that we looked through in the beginning, and then also y'all helping me understand some things. Maybe I'm like, oh, what's that? And yes, I know I wanted to pet everything, but, like, I still had fun. It was a really, really fun experience just to go through this, and so I'm interested in playing the games. I don't know, unfortunately, if I have enough time to, but I would love to give this series a shot.
For sure.
If you want. Well, if you ever want to experience it without necessarily spending the money for it, we did cover, barring Escape, and even then, did we do a look at Escape? I forgot if we did.
I don't think
we touched it at all.
Okay, so barring that one game, we did cover the entire series on the channel.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, again, to be fair, you really do not need to play that game to enjoy the rest of the series, because by and large, it's probably the most fillerific episode of Guybrush's adventures.
It would be like
there's a reason it's considered the black sheep of the franchise.
It would be like me telling you that you wouldn't be able to understand Sonic Frontiers unless you played Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Oh.
Like, the game is there, and you don't gotta do much with it outside of just knowing it was there. Or I guess it's also like Devil May Cry 2 in that aspect.
That too.
But yeah. What did you think, I guess, overall, James, like from your experiences playing this?
I thought it was pretty solid. Like, just
Really
like
sorry.
Hype said, it was still crazy to me that this whole they list all the pets that were loved during the development. But anyway, honestly, it still amazes me that this even exists in the first place, because like for the longest time, after like the Monkey Island remakes are concerned, like there was a lot of dead silence, especially when Disney pretty much bought out LucasArts, because everyone just thought, like, you know, with Pirates of the Caribbean being such a much bigger success, they probably just, there was no need for it to bring back. Probably Disney didn't think there was any need for Monkey Island to really exist within the same threshold, but now that kind of just went and died, I guess now we have the perfect excuse to bring Monkey Island back. Also helps too that the original creator came back to tell one final story, and well, here we are. I think it plays very well. The writing's about as good as ever, and yeah, it's set up to be a swan song for the series, and I think it did so very well. Speaking of Disney,
now, I will say I'm still kind of ticked. All these different skull designs for every skull. I will say though, I am. Oh, I love the. Oh, okay, that's right. They're subsidiary. Now again though, I will say I am ticked that Disney, I believe, decided to cancel and shelve LucasArts. Unless maybe they're under the new, unless they're now under the branch of Lucasfilm Games, and that LucasArts itself is gone. I don't know. It's
about a lot of dumb lingo as far as
I just remember that one interview that we noted like a couple weeks ago, where the guy in Disney was like, "Oh man, like video games is like the next big frontier. We gotta do something about that." It's like, wow.
It's like, hey, guess what? You're not the first executive in the company to think that.
And I was like, man, it sure would suck if you can not one but two very solid labels of game publishing you could have had under your belt by now.
But we didn't like those.
Anyway, but yeah. But no, so in that, I guess just on one other bit of cynical news is that again, I am having now had a chance to give this game a shot. I'm frustrated that people reacted so brashly
negatively,
and yeah, just dickishly to how the art style of the game looked. And trying to make it everyone's problem, like thinking that was now Dominic or Ron's fault for all that, when it was like that was their idea.
It's like, no. It's like, also, again, you guys forget that the Monkey Island series has always had very unorthodox art styles. This is absolutely no different. And I mean, in a way, I don't know. I still think this is like the art style we have now is kind of like a cute little nod to how the sprites used to look in the old Scum engine.
Again, I don't think it's fully about the visuals and anything like that.
Oh, and even then, they don't look that bad. I mean, if anything, I think they're nicely animated.
And because I made that one choice in the dialogue tree, let's see what the ending plaque is.
Ooh.
That perhaps.
Let's put that away.
Yep, that's the response to that. It's best that no one knows what the true secret was. And again, there can be other things, like there would be other endings, like, oh, it's just him with a bunch of money. Oh, it's him with all of his friends, and things like that. Like that post credits can change it depending on which answer you
I wonder if that was changed in an update, because I don't remember actually getting a post credits ending after that.
No, I think it was there from beginning. But before we end, let's take one last look at that scrapbook.
Hey, want to see my mic? Ever since I was a
one
kid,
page that we decided to skip, which was after
serving on the.
I guess yeah, I can just show like here's all of our.
From the time I found the
these are all of our. These are all our adventures from the one we just did.
From this game, yeah.
Like a proper mop, learning about all the new pirate lords.
Gaze in awe at that 5 o'clock shadow.
In some quarters, my reputation was a disadvantage.
Yeah, no kidding.
Serving on the Chuck ship was an interesting experience.
There's our tags. Or what tag was this?
I got thrown off the ship.
Yeah.
But that was okay. I'd gotten as far as I needed.
Close enough. And we actually made it to the
return
island
to
itself.
Monkey Island was not what I expected.
Press found. We had to put a big ass band-aid on the sea monkey.
Everybody had a map.
Will you give a kiss to the boo-boo?
Yep.
It was a race to get to the
and
secret
then the
first.
entirety of the adventure that there was, my lord.
I love that they have
out of prison.
I love that the one
Lila was
not
scheming to
crazy
betray
sketch one
Madison
is this
and
girly.
LeChuck.
It's cute.
Yeah.
Actually, now
I'm
think
not
about
sure
what.
Trent ever thought very far ahead.
Yeah, and what about Madison?
Madison was scheming to betray LeChuck.
Yeah, it's like that. He was.
Well,
LeChuck teamed up
she was
with
on the other
Madison
foot then.
He's got a mustache growing on him.
They all betrayed each other, and Lila was going to try and upstage the whole thing. And
Wally was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what happened to Wally?
Yeah, Voodoo Lady just like poofed. We never saw her again.
I unseated the
I
reigning
mean,
queen
look,
to
and
become
after
the
her
last
whole
queen of
business went,
Bermuda.
went under, like, where else could she turn?
Yes.
Whitey Bones told me all about the Golden Key. Elaine had a lot on her plate, but she was with me in the end.
Aww.
I managed to recover.
She
the
was never
secret,
truly
but
mad,
then
just,
LeChuck stole
this-
it.
you
He
know,
took it
had
back
to give us
Monkey
a stern
Island to
talking
open
to.
Right. And so again, you can learn about all the other adventures,
We
the
chased
actual
LeChuck
grand
back to
fight.
Monkey Island
Poor
again,
Wally.
and I tracked him down. I found Wally.
That's it.
You got Wally, but you never really thought to get him out of his shackles.
Yeah.
Wait.
The smash invite.
I can't. I think I forgot. I do recall doing that edit. I don't want to put it here because it was a long time ago, but I do remember trying to make a fake like. But okay, let's read what Ron and Dale have to say. Is it Dan or Dale?
Dave.
Dave. I think
Dave.
Dave
Jeez,
Grossman.
I'm so sorry, Dave Grossman. Let's see what Ron and Dave have to say. Break it.
Yeah, click it a few more times.
June 18th, 2020.
4 years ago.
Development won't start for another month or so, but we've been thinking about this for a while. Seems like a good time to jot down a few thoughts and then stash them away as a sort of time capsule message to our future selves about what we're setting out to do with Return to Monkey Island. Who knows, we might learn something. So this is cool, it's a letter they wrote right before they actually even started making the game. Monkey Island has historically been a reflection of the lives of the people who made the games. The Secret of Monkey Island was about a young person setting out to pursue an exciting new career. As designers in our 20s, that is what we all were. The sequel, LeChuck's Revenge, was in many ways about the difficulties of making a sequel, or at least about what one does immediately after is something that felt like a great success, but which went unnoticed by most of the world at large. Many years, 20, later, after Guybrush had gone on a couple of adventures with other teams who had their own hopes and challenges, we set out to make Tales of Monkey Island as a story about trust. And it is, but what jumps out most for us is that it feels like a story about grown-ups. Because that's what we were. Many of us in our 40s by then, with children and lives and a lumpy encrusted layer of experience. We're well into our 50s now. We've had lengthy careers. We've made a lot of games. But Monkey Island still defines us to a certain degree, or at least in the minds of many. We are those guys who made that game a long time ago. And it feels like there's some unfinished business there. When the opportunity arose to come back to Monkey Island, we were pretty much on the same page as to what we wanted to do. Guybrush, like us, is older now, and he's had a long and reasonably successful career. But he's mostly associated with something that happened a long time ago, and that feels unfinished to him. The game is a goofy pirate adventure, the same as always, but also it's a story about trying to recapture the past, with all its alleged youthful strength and glory. Guybrush will both succeed and fail at this. He will sort of get what he wants, but it won't be what he expected. I predict the same for us. Ron and Dave.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
So
I was hoping there would be a PS message after
and
that.
note to self, get more paper for the rest of my ventures, which I mean,
Ooh.
again, depends on how you read into this. Do you see this as just his like his befuddled musings, or do you see this as a potential teaser of maybe the Monkey Island isn't over just yet, the journey?
I can see it as both.
And I'm fine with that. So that is Return to Monkey Island, and I think knowing what they wanted to accomplish, I think they did that.
For sure.
It kind of leaves me with a very interesting bittersweet feeling, I guess, but again, it was never about, reaching some preset goal. It was just having something to work for and having some great laughs along the way towards it. So, well, that said, I mean, if there's ever some new good Monkey Island content in the future, we'll be covering it, but
assuming it's not Sea of Thieves, because I don't think we'd be able to tackle that anytime soon.
I mean, like, that's fine, but that would be maybe 3 sessions tops, and it's really a lot of like futzing about. But they did do a fun little story there, but it really is more so just retreading old ground. That's all you gotta know.
Yeah.
The story there is that Guybrush was captured by LeChuck and put into a warped world where everything wasn't quite the same as it was, but
and somehow the redhead from Monkey Island 2 gets a very big big. She
spotlight?
get a bigger role there than she ever would have.
Yeah,
otherwise.
like she's out for revenge because of what we did to by falsely accusing her and getting her thrown in jail that one time. But otherwise, again, it's just the usual journey. We stop LeChuck. It's I would almost argue it's the most Mario like a story for Monkey Island has ever been, where it's just they bad, stop the bad guy, and it's a lot of cool implementation in the Sea of Thieves engine, but it probably wouldn't be the most fun to watch.
I guess
unless you have equal-minded friends to play along with you.
I guess the best way I could describe it is that this might sound like a dumb comparison, but it's the only one I can think of at the moment, where it's like it's kind of like the Sea of Thieves equivalent to like the Knights level in Sonic Lost World, where it's like it's a nice bit of fan service to a different series, but that's basically about it.
Yeah, but it is still fun that Dominic and like most of the like these people like should go can't be understated. These actors love playing these characters and love being in those journeys. Like imagine how many hours of voice recording of Dominic there are out there now. All these text adventure games, like that takes that takes commitment and like dedication to still keep coming back to that. And mixed with just again absolute love and passion for that world. So yeah, again, if there's another new like Monkey Island game, we'll likely be there if it's good. And until then, I was Lucky Jack 20.
I'm James Maxstream.
That's
I'm here.
One of you's got to do it.
MB.
He's MB.
I'm MB.
So now what?
Well, you say your thing, or did you already say your thing of the I'm here?
I think I did right as she said hers. My bad.
Oh, the hell's been talking this whole time? All right, bye everybody. Y'all cut that out.
Bye bye.
Well, thanks everybody.